I'm actually from Illinois, but have been living here for the last almost 10 years. I went to UWM, and then moved from Illinois, or back to Illinois for a little bit, and then back here when this theater opened, because I was working at Regal in Illinois prior to this.
Yeah.
So I had known the area because I had gone to school here a lot. We had come down to a couple of bars on Kinnickinnick. There's a lot of bars around here. So I know the downtown area, I knew the east side, but I had never, at that point they had to hit their financial speed bump so that this place was not open.
Mm-hmm. So do you have memories of when this place was closed down? And
I mean, I remember driving past it and just always being closed, and just, you know, I remembered hearing people talk about it, you know, meeting older people in, you know, bars that talked about when it was open, and actually too, like when we did first open, not that it's my experience, but when we did first open the building, we interviewed people from around the area, like some of them, like the old, like, you know, 60s or older people that had actual memories of this, and we played them before the movie. So we had like a lot of, you know, firsthand experiences. We hear a ton of nostalgia stories, but I personally don't have that, unfortunately. I kind of see Kinnickinnick, especially this area, and Bayview a little bit. It's almost like it kind of reminds me of like a little Brooklyn. You know, it's you know, even when we do gallery night here, you know, we have, you know, we see people walking all around. It's very you know, it does have a lot of kind of hipster influences. It's very, very appreciative of the arts. You know, we have a lot of specialty programming here for cult films. We just did anime films, and they all sell out. So that, you know, they love, you know, 80s, and they love cult classics, and definitely that you know, 414 music. They're definitely into local music. I appreciate, I like this area because of that, and yes, it kind of just reminds me of like a little Brooklyn. The atmospheric too is purposely designed to make you feel like you're not in it, even the country. It's supposed to make you feel like you're in a villa in Spain. It's in a Mediterranean setting, which was a common during like the golden era of cinemas. They were all trying to transport you into a different place. It was just kind of the shtick back then. We're not allowed to have anybody up in the balcony because it's not ADA accessible. Mm-hmm. So we would need an elevator or a ramp. But then to do that, the Historical Society is very touchy on what we'd be adding or removing, because there'd have to be something that's like original to the building that we would be adding, to add an elevator or add a ramp or add that wheelchair accessibility somehow. But you could seat another like 100 people up there. And I was in here when it was completely stripped down and barren. I mean, I couldn't believe how quickly it got done. I mean, just concrete floors everywhere, nothing finished, and you know, a week and a half, maybe two, it was completely done. So it was a very quick turnover. So if you look at the arches, if you look at like those black pillars, even the same kind of, there's a lot of that similarity in terms of the arches, the way the balcony looks similar to the rave, if you've ever been there. And then, yeah, obviously it was used for like vaudeville in the back in the day too. So that stage, the stage is actually like behind the screen. It's still there. So if you looked behind it, the stage is still back there. And then there's the, you know, the organ pit for there. In terms of other things, originally I think it sat 1,200. Because this first wall right here, where you seem like that to get into that kind of hallway and then into the vestibule and then into the atmospheric, that was added. So those chairs, the seating came all the way back. So you know, you were sitting underneath a balcony like you would at the Riverside or something like that. So 1,200 seats in there. Now it seats 200. Obviously we have, you know, luxury seats. And then yeah, the live stage, the vaudeville, was hosted in the backstage theater. I mean, they were playing movies here still too. Yeah, it goes up several stories, and that is the original wood floor. And then, yeah, I mean, we participate with a lot of schools doing, you know, private events, fundraisers. We do a couple fundraisers for Tony Zielinski. We've done a couple weddings here for people that live around the area. And for, like, you know, for Star Wars too, we did a free show for Star Wars on Thursday. We bought the neighborhoods, you know, we bought our neighborhood's ticket, and if you got here and you were one of the 200 people in line, first 200 people got a free ticket to see Star Wars before it opened on Thursday. So we're very involved with the community, and we help out, you know, in terms of donating stuff for silent auctions to a lot of schools around the area. Private, you know, and private screenings, like we just had Parkside School of the Arts in here to watch Zootopia. Just had St. Thomas More in a couple weeks before that to see one of the animes. So, yeah, we try to, when we say neighborhood theater group, we mean it. We try to involved with all that stuff and work with our local area. Well, I hope I gave you some useful information.